Hey, what's up guys? I'm bringing you a Stamina Warden build. The build revolves around the fact that we have high health, decent weapon damage, fully buffed, decent stamina recovery, as you can see here, good resistances. So it's a solo build or a small group build, or even a Zerg build, whatever you may want it for. And it's very fast, high health, so it's tanky and does a lot of damage. So the stats semi-buffed are as follows. We have 2400 weapon damage, 2000 stamina recovery, 37% weapon crit. Now, our weapon damage fully buffed gets to 3700. Let's see. There you go, 3700 weapon damage. So pretty good weapon damage, while still maintaining 2000 stamina recovery and 40,000 max health. So the build's really strong in that aspect that it can still put out good damage while being survivable, which is a lot of builds issues where they're just one or the other. I was trying to build a build that could actually survive multiple people hitting me while still being able to actually beat multiple people. So the way we achieved this was by wearing heavy armor, a ton of it. So we're in Bloodspawn because we have stamina recovery, ult regen, and resistances, which is 6200 resistances, nothing to ignore. Then we have Plague Doctor, which is how we got such high health, and we're running impen on it, basically everything, a few well fitted, and just max stam enchants or tri-stat if you can. Then we have 5 pieces of ravaging, and the ravaging, basically the goal is we're getting some health, weapon damage from it, and we're getting incredible amounts of weapon damage, and we can proc it very easily by being in large groups. And then we have any bow. Try to get a stamina recovery bow on the back bar. It doesn't matter what the bow is. So for the jewelry, we have healthy. You can do stamina, you can do the tri-stat jewelry. It doesn't really matter. We have 3 stamina recovery, although you could pull off only 1 stamina recovery and 2 weapon damages, because I have more than enough recovery more often than not. We have 2 axes. You can do swords, maces, whatever you like. We're just running axes for this build. And for our main hand, we have Nernhone Disease. Offhand, we have weapon damage infused, so we got a hefty amount of weapon damage, 450 right there. And then on the back bar, ideally you would have infused or sharpened with a poison damage enchant. So in terms of our skills, we have Bird of Prey. This will just increase our movement speed, increase our stamina recovery, and give us 8% more damage. We have Rending Slashes. This is just a nice bleed, which reduces people's speed. And as a Warden Orc, we're moving pretty fast, so reducing their speed amplifies our speed basically. Then we have Steel Tornado, which is what we spam and which does crazy, insane damage to everyone, as you know. Then we have Sub Assault, Vigor, and Dawnbreaker. And so the idea is, pretty simple. You activate Sub Assault, you're pretty fast, so you can go wherever you want. Drop your Sub Assault and your Dawnbreaker at the same time, and then finish off with some Steel Tornadoes. And you can be healing with Vigor while you're doing all this. And then if you're trying to focus on one guy, you can apply Rending Slashes. And then Bird of Prey, you're just moving around really fast. Then we have Bull Netch, Rapid Maneuver, Shimmering Shield, Ice Fortress, Green Lotus, and then Dawnbreaker. So the good thing with this build is because we're a Warden, we don't need the 2-hand sword. So we can use the 2-hand sword for forward momentum, but it's not something we need. So as a result, I've been testing out, and this seems to work best with the bow. And you could replace any of these bow abilities. You can have Scatter Shot here, Poison Arrow, just replace it for Rapid Maneuver. Even if you wanted, technically, you could use a Destruction Staff, use Elemental Storm. You could use a Shield and use Shield Wall. So they're all good options. We have increased resistances, increased crit. This is to shield ourselves from distance enemies, and then obviously Bull Netch, what it does, increases weapon damage and gives you stamina over time. So as you saw, we have incredible health, decent resistances, fully buffed as you can imagine. We have 22k, 21k, and then with Blood Spawn we have 27, 28. The reason why we didn't invest in resistances more compared to health is because if other people come by, they can give us resistance buffs, whereas they, so we have diminishing returns on resistances, whereas health, there's no diminishing returns to that. In terms of our champion points, do at least 30 in Sprinter, do at least like 22 I believe into Warlord. These are the only two really important ones here. Go about 56 in both Mooncalf and Healthy. Healthy because we're an orc and because of the Steed Mundus, which is making us have decent recoveries, health recovery. We have 836 and we're not investing into it at all in terms of our gear. So, and then do at least like 50 to Tumbling, just a roll dodge real cheap. Have about 15 or 20 to Bless, just to increase our healing done. Try to do like 50 to 60 in Master at Arms. Same thing with Mighty and Precise Strikes, just do like around 50 or 60 in there. You only need about 20 in Thermaturge, considering we only really have 1 or 2 dots. And the rest you can do it in Piercing. You can do about 56 in Ironclad, 50 to 60. Do about 10 to 15 in Resistant, not much. 50 to 60 in Hardy and Elemental Defender. 10 or 11 in Thick Skinned. 27 to Quick Recovery. That's a good amount. Now for the rest, what we could do is just put the rest in a Spell Shield and Heavy Armor Focus. And what this allows us to do is make up for our recoveries in our champion points. So, see, we're only putting in 8 points, we're getting 800 resistance. That's pretty nice. So that's it for the champion points. If there's anything else that I may have missed, let me know in the comments. You can ask me questions. I can always have this build in action. I can record it for you guys if that's something you want to see. He wants to see it. So, yeah, I mean, if there's any questions, just ask. The build is incredibly strong. You move fast. You feel almost invincible. It's incredible. And then you could just nuke groups because you have such high weapon damage, close, nearing 4K, fully buffed. So, yeah, have a good one, guys.